Picture this. It's July. You're in Dayton, Kentucky. You're sitting outside. There's just some tunes playing. Concrete Salesman whipping up some house beats. New York City in 1940. Open your eyes. You're not quite there. You're in Birmingham.
Oh, I'm there, baby. You took
But
me
Concrete Salesman is whipping up some house beats this afternoon.
That's right.
Let's go.
Second debut playing.
This is not Elliot, Cafe Elliot, but it is Myres' house.
Wom, 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 wom.
It's a wonderful day. Welcome back, listeners.
Dude, I'm glad to be a Womeranian.
We've got
Super
some classic Wommers on the pod today, fellas.
Some old school fellas.
That we are.
This is black.
Pleasure.
This is Block.
Today I'm filling in for Steve. I'm wearing black pants and white shirt.
Yeah, we needed a black pant, white shirt guy.
Yeah, I had to do my Steve cosplay because he's out.
Right. We also needed someone to wear flip flops.
Yep.
Yeah,
Blake
took care of
couldn't
that.
commit.
I don't own flip flops.
Took care of that. No prob.
No problem.
No prob.
Yeah, me and Blake hate flip flops.
Man, it pisses me off that Steve wears flip flops. Can I say that?
Yep.
Am I allowed to say that?
You can say whatever you want.
Steven, I know this is your podcast halfway, but I just had to get it off my chest, dude.
Yeah.
I can't stand that you wear flip flops.
What is it? Go as
Go there.
hard
Go
as you
there.
want
This
to.
is specifically to Steve. This is not against you
Preach.
or really anyone else who wears flip flops.
Just Steven.
But first of all, he wears them not at the lake or beach. For instance, he wore them to Dayton, Kentucky,
He did.
and Cincinnati, Ohio,
He did.
which is not a beach nor lake town.
No.
And dude, here's my biggest gripe with Steve.
Okay.
He is way too cool to wear flip flops.
That is
and
what I
have
say.
those dogs out, man.
That is what I say.
He's wearing low key. I'm wearing exactly what he wears.
Yeah.
In fact, these are his pants that he just gave me.
Yeah.
I'm a Gene and Willie
Yeah.
from Nashville. Nice brand.
Super high end.
A white shirt, and it's usually a nice white shirt.
Yep.
From like
Rhythm,
LA Apparel or
Jound.
something. Yeah, Rhythm.
Yeah.
And then he's wearing rainbow flip flops with the dogs out.
Dogs are out.
And also, they're not in good condition. Can I just
No,
say that?
They're not.
You could
He's beat them.
you could argue they're in great condition
Because they beat up.
because I'll give you my experience with these. I can't imagine putting my foot into something that feels as comfortable as this does because it is fully meshed to the contours of my soles.
I believe you. That's how I feel about Birkenstocks. But, I mean, dude.
Also, that's kind of how I feel about Blundstones.
Blundstones do
Yeah,
do
that is
that.
how I feel about Blundstones.
Yeah, I love my Blundstones.
That's my whole rant. And Steven has heard this before,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's nothing that we wouldn't say and haven't already said to his face.
Yeah.
At least a dozen times.
Yeah. He's been doing it for years.
Every summer. Honestly, it comes out kind of early, in my opinion. I think he brings them out in like April, maybe even in March.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to sample that. I think we need to sample
Dude, speaking of
a
samples,
Blake burp.
Can I,
Blake burp samp.
speaking of samples, dude, freaking 450 by BBCC
Yes.
is the best song I've
Yes.
ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And you introduced
Bad
it to
boy
me.
chillers.
You introduced it to me on the
That was
Cincinnati
Steven.
trip.
I won't claim it. Steven introduced that.
You guys,
Him
we
and
all,
his flip flops.
Yeah.
dude,
Gucci flip flops.
it rips.
It does. I listened to it today.
Yeah, I was trying to rap along with it while looking at the lyrics, and I was having a great time. I wasn't doing well,
Good.
but I was like, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
This is just more fun than American rap.
Yeah. Definitely.
Bad boy chiller crew.
Bad Boy Chiller Crew.
They're kind of like it's kind of house and it's also kind of like drill rap a little
yeah,
bit.
it's fun. The beats are fun.
Yeah.
I showed it to my friend Kevin, who hates rap, and I looked over at him and I was like, I dare you to tell me this isn't fun. And he was like, it's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
So it's bringing us together.
Or even really fun, I would argue.
I would say it's really fun.
Yeah.
I love UK rap. Something about it, enjoyable.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
They just sound so dumb, so it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and whatever they're saying, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
I like the new word that I learned, chava.
Chava.
From, I hope that's not offensive, but Steven taught it to me.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean?
It means hoodlum.
Hoodlum.
Yeah.
Bunch of chavas.
He says,
Chavas.
I'm a chava.
Okay. Look at you go, I'm a chava. It's just crazy.
I don't know
I
if
guess
I
I
can
should
say,
just whip this up.
Yeah,
I don't know
no,
if I can
please.
say the bitch word, so.
I'll be so for real. I know of the Bad Boy Chillers. I don't think I know this song.
Shout out to Tim Whitley. He just texted me.
Crank that.
This hand motion right here. The pass out. Honestly, that part right there is like one of the sickest flows I've heard in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the rap.
No, this
I love that.
episode is just going to be us. It's going to be fully Concrete Salesman coming out every 5 minutes.
I love it.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, they taught me the pass out
Yeah.
the beat move for DJing.
This.
Oh, man. Great transition
Pretty
right
great.
here. I don't know if you know, but since we hung out last, I've now taken a role being a junior high guys coordinator at Oak Mountain Presbyterian Church. So what that means is I get to hang out with middle schoolers and high schoolers by default because part of the same ministry. It's fantastic. It's a really great job. And every Wednesday night we do different events and things. This past Wednesday we had a tunnel rave.
Wow.
So Frazier and I dressed
in
up
the tunnel
as a DJ group known as DJ Doppelgangers. I'll send
which is fitting because Cole and Frazier look like
identical.
Oh yeah,
brothers.
Frazier does look like
yeah,
you.
identical.
And you look like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
send
awesome.
you I'll send you a photo so you can toss it, like overlay it.
That's a great DJ name.
DJ Doppelgangers.
I've actually started posting Instagram photos with the podcast to go reference because it kind of looks a little weird the way that I've laid it over. So it should be on the Instagram.
Sick. But dude, it was the funniest thing ever. We went to this tunnel. We hung a bunch of tarps over the opening of the tunnel, and then there's
a tunnel, like a walkway tunnel underneath a bridge next to the church.
Yes.
So you can cross under the road safely.
Yeah. Because legally it gets expensive to have a sheriff crosswalk and all the things.
Right.
And so they just built a tunnel instead.
That's cool.
And so now there's a tunnel from the church and the high school. And we put tarps over either end, did a bunch of like black lights, did the whole 9 yards. It was the funniest thing ever having high schoolers never listen to house and get in there and be like, where are the words?
Yeah.
You're like, it's a rave. Like, this is what we do.
That's
You just
so funny.
dance.
It was awesome.
That's
it was
awesome.
so fun.
Yeah, we've been obsessed with house music. Steven and I kind of want to like not host a rave, but like, dude, have some kind of a just dance party.
Dude, y'all really got me cooking on it on the trip because I only listen to guitars.
Yeah.
And that freaking rips.
Dude, this song right here. Context by 33 Below. I've been vibing hard to this song.
Concrete Salesman.
I like how it comes in like that.
Yeah. And it kind of gets to the business real quick.
Yeah, usually house takes forever.
Oh. You can feel that in your lungs.
Oh yeah.
This is the best podcast ever made.
I wonder if this will get taken off of YouTube because I've played so many songs.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was nervous about your copyright strikes there.
Yeah. Well, what I've seen is most artists allow the music to be played. So we've had like a copyright strike on like everything we've ever posted, but they usually allow it to be played on YouTube.
You just can't make money from it.
Right, but like we're not.
Yeah, right.
We get,
but like we're not.
Yeah,
we're a long way
No
from
stress.
making money.
Yeah,
so
same. Yeah, I've never made money before, but dude, can I just say, this is my first time ever seeing Pickle.
yeah,
And again,
Yes,
I
it
have
is.
to berate Steve. Steven, when you first got Pickle and were thinking about getting a cat,
yeah,
dead wrong.
yeah,
Dead wrong.
yeah.
Bigly wrong. The
He was so bigly
he was the
wrong.
wrongest person you've ever seen. Some say he's the most wrong in the whole country.
He's the most wrong.
People have said he's so wrong. Dude, cats are sick, and this is
Yeah.
our segment I like to call "Cats Are Sick."
Cats are sick. Let's press a button and see what it does.
just the quietest fart. Shout out.
I don't know what any of these buttons
Myres
do.
is having a seizure. Pickle's
Yeah,
awesome, dude.
I love having a cat, I'll be honest.
First impression of Pickle, clean and sleek.
Yeah.
Dude, Wayne is he's clean, but he's not like kempt. Pickle's like
For the audience sake,
smooth.
who is Wayne?
Oh, Wayne is my cat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
John Wayne Deuteronomy Winslow
Yep.
is his full name.
Is his last name Blakely or his last name is Winslow?
His last name is Winslow. My last name is not Blakely.
I was like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
It can be.
I don't know how that happened. I'll be honest.
My last name is Watley.
It is yes.
No, John Wayne's last name is Winslow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He
He was a grown man when you
Yeah.
took him into your home.
Yeah, he was 6.5 when I brought him into this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
He was born a man.
He was born again as your son.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's more like your roommate.
No, he straight up is.
If he's 6 years old, he's your roommate. He's not your son.
He is
you
my
know?
roommate, and especially because the studio I live in is 400 square feet, so it's like all his space.
Yeah.
But I love cats. Steven was dead wrong.
Yeah.
And I think he's come back and since slightly gone back on his word. My biggest thing though, dude, was, and this is not just Steve yet again, freaking just because you're allergic to something doesn't mean it sucks.
Right.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because actually, I'm a little bit
People-
allergic to Wayne. My eyes itch at night. But I don't think he sucks.
Yeah.
People that go into anaphylactic shock with peanuts would argue differently.
Okay.
Peanut butter is good. Okay.
If you're not deathly allergic,
Frick you
wish.
guys.
are you not allowed to eat peanuts?
No, I love them. I'm all about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Not
thinking
allowed.
about grass. Some
Okay.
people are allergic to grass.
That does
That's
suck.
a lame allergy.
That's a
though.
lame allergy, number one, and number two, grass is amazing.
Grass
So,
is
like,
awesome.
I'm all about it.
I guess my caveat would be like if you're not deathly allergic to an animal,
it
try it out,
Right.
dude. Try out the
Try
animal.
out an animal.
Try petting something. Try touching grass. Try eating a peanut, dude. Suck it down your gullet, dude. Put a
Get
peanut,
down.
put a peanut down
Get
your
a
mouth.
peanut in your mouth. Just give it a roll. Give it a shot.
just give it a nice. Just suck the skin off a peanut for once. Why don't you?
I don't know how other allergies work.
What happens is, this is scientifically what happens.
Yeah.
Let me explain it to you.
Blake, please tell us, how do allergies work?
This is how allergies work. What happens is you're around something that you're not supposed to be around, and your body goes, "That's against the rules," and it tries to kill you.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
Yeah. It's weird that different people have different rules for what they're supposed to be around.
Like for instance, what happens to me is, I will have. Let's say I'll have a glass of milk.
Okay.
And instead of digesting that properly and having a normal day, I'll end up with poop in my pants.
Yeah.
If that were to happen.
It's hypothetically.
Right. No, it's never actually happened.
It's a hypothetical
Since I
situation if
realized
you
what was
were lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That makes sense.
For the audience that doesn't know, you are one of the dynamic duos that make up a fantastic podcast, correct?
Yes, thank you.
The Summer Boys Pod.
The Summer Boys, shout out.
We've
boys.
mentioned it many a time. I am personally a huge fan.
Thank you.
I was listening way before WOM was even a fetus.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
it's truly an honor to be here.
Oh,
One.
dude.
But then 2, back to the milk. I remember hearing a story that was preposterous. But I genuinely can't remember the context of said story. But I believe you know the one I'm talking about that you spoke about on WOM. Or, excuse me, on Summer Boys.
Well, was it the most recent, or was it when I discovered I was lactose intolerant?
When you discovered, that is the one.
Yeah, it was Tim's fault.
Please elaborate.
He cooked chicken and gnocchi soup, and I didn't know it had half and half in it. Which, like, I didn't know I was lactose intolerant at this point. So I had 3 bowls.
Holy cow.
I was hungry.
Holy buckets.
I was hungry.
That's a lot of cream.
And then, dude, I went to a camp, and I was driving. I was supposed to be the judge of a talent show, and I was legit 5 minutes away from having to judge this thing in front of God and man, and I was in the bathroom just having the war of my life. And I went out there and I was like, I can't do this. I got to go back to the cabin. And I pooped my pants on the way to the cabin.
Wow.
Freaking sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It was bad.
Oh, man.
So.
Well, Blake, tell us more about, I know we talked about Summer Boys last time. One thing I wanted to ask you about was, as a fellow podcaster, how do you come up with podcast titles? Because I was scrolling through some of these.
Yeah, what do we got?
There's some pretty funny ones. One of them I saw was like open mouth drivers.
Yeah.
That is a great observation, and those are some freaking NPCs.
Dude, yeah. Open mouth drivers. I forgot about that one. That was I had just seen like a bunch of people driving very poorly, and I would notice when I got up next to them, because I don't know, I actually meant to talk about this with you and Steve on the way. I look at everyone I pass.
Oh yeah,
on the road.
Yeah,
I look at everyone.
I look at a lot of them.
I have to see who's driving.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway.
I actually don't if I am mad or I've made an aggressive move.
Yes.
I agree.
But if it's just normal driving, I usually want to see who they are.
Yeah.
Or if I'm really, really mad, then I also want to see who they are because I want to be like, you are a fool.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? Why did I just say it? Have you noticed?
Have you noticed?
Have you noticed that the majority of the drivers aren't even looking back at you?
Yeah.
What's up with
What's
that?
all that in?
What's up with people not looking back, dude? I would want to know I was driving.
What if we did a whole episode with accents?
Well, that's what we're doing now, mate.
So,
No, but for real, like, no one looks at me.
that I don't understand.
I'm looking at everyone.
Do you think they're scared?
So anyway, I noticed that the majority of people who were driving bad, when I pulled up next to them, their mouth was just wide open.
Yeah.
So they're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
So
Do you believe that's causation or correlation?
correlation.
Ah.
For sure. But back to the podcast titles thing, I usually just either a topic we talked about that's funny, we'll try to name it that, like open mouth drivers, or if one of us says something specifically funny that's worded in a funny way, I try to make that the title.
Yeah. I tend to go for like the this, and this.
Yeah.
To like kind of give some summary of what we talk about usually.
Yeah. I try to summarize it in the description, but I get my title naming scheme from Dynamic Banter and Chris D'Elia's podcast.
Yeah.
They always did that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun.
We also sometimes we refer to the person, like Jimmy's episode was the Godfather of Birmingham coffee.
I love that.
I also was really funny.
I also love that
was a great
Steven couldn't
podcast.
think of the movie The Godfather. He was like, "What's that famous movie?
With the guys.
The Godfather."
They do this
Yeah.
number.
He's like,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. And then we done like, I don't know, Wives episode, the Zion Going Span. I'm not always super creative with them, but
Well, you y'all's podcast is different in that y'all have guests mainly.
that's true.
We don't.
That's
So
true.
we've had guests before for sure, and we do usually name them. We give them new names. when they come on the podcast.
That's cool.
It's like they've been baptized.
It's like you've been baptized and are
The
born
summer
again
boys.
into a summer boy.
Cole, I haven't seen you in forever.
Truly, yes. Last time, I can't remember last time we saw each other in person. I know we saw each other FaceTime last week, very briefly.
Mm-hmm.
In person, though,
Was it
gosh,
his wedding?
surely before
Surely
that.
not that. That was over a year and a half ago.
Oh, it was after
Or
that.
almost.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably-
I saw you,
Probably at a Zion show somewhere. Probably the one in Opelika.
at the
Yes.
sidetrack one. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly where it was.
that was a fun one, dude.
Yeah, I love that. That was one of my favorite shows I've been to of his.
That was good.
It was great.
I was kind of bummed I missed that one.
Oh.
I don't remember why.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made a whole day out of that. We
Yeah,
got a
y'all went
crew
and
of
played
guys.
golf.
Yeah, we
and
went and
stuff.
played. We went to Sidetrack. Had
Yeah.
an unbelievable experience thanks to David. From there, then went to play golf, and then hammered some like local crap Mexican that was just money.
Yeah.
And
What place?
I couldn't tell you. Probably some place called Sol Azteca or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the one. I just came up with it completely, but that's the one. And
is that not a real place?
I feel like that is a real place.
probably
I
but-
think
is.
there is an Aztec related word in
Was
a
it
Mexican
was it that
restaurant
one
in
that's
Opelika.
like kind of in a house?
Nah, this was
Was it that one that has the word rodeo on it?
Yeah, that's
Was
the
it the
one.
one
Is
that
a horse
starts
in
with
the window?
Los?
Huh?
Yeah.
Was it that one that
Los.
starts with Los?
Los Sol
Los Aztec.
Rodeoteca is what it's called.
What
But yeah, then we went to the Zion show after that. It was great.
dude. Good.
One
Good
thing,
vibes. I
one
love
thing
that.
I'd love to hear. This is called Blake's dating advice. That's what this segment
Oh
is called.
boy. Oh boy.
Blake's dating advice.
So Blake, how long have you been dating said woman?
Said woman.
Shout out Elena,
Elena.
my
Let's
lovely GF, dude. We are about to hit 7 months,
Wow.
which is wild, and we've been knowing each other for almost 9 months.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
Which-
She is a skilled dancer, correct?
She dances
Yes.
ballet, modern, jazz, the like. In fact, she has a show coming up next weekend. I don't know when this podcast is dropping, but go to Sands Point.
It comes out
Show.
on Friday, so
Let's go.
Dude, if you're
Perfect
hearing
timing.
this on Friday, get tickets to come tomorrow, dude. I'll be there.
Let's go.
Yeah,
so
she's
Blake,
amazing. She's
you've
amazing.
you've been dating Elena for 7 months.
Mhm.
I've heard reports that it's been the best 7 months of your life. That's what a lot of people have told me.
I would say that's accurate.
That being said, say I am 1 month into a relationship with a woman.
You're
What-
1 month into a relationship with
Yeah.
a woman.
Yeah. What advice are you giving me?
Wow. That's good. That's a good question.
question.
I'm going to say, dude, this is okay. So Elena and I, for context, are long distance. I live in Atlanta. She lives in Birmingham. So it's like a 2.5 hour difference. And when we started dating, we were like, we don't know if this is going to work out. We have no idea. We don't know what we really are doing or want out of this, but we really like each other. So let's take it one step at a time.
There it is.
Dude,
There it is.
and that has been a game changer. Take
Let's
it
go.
one step at a time, dude. One day at a time, one moment at a time. It freaking rips. It has changed everything. Because I'm a rushing man.
Mm,
I'm impatient.
yeah.
So it is especially poignant to use that kind of mindset when I think in long distance, but I think it would apply also to someone in the same city. One step at a time, baby.
Open hands, one
Don't-
step at a time.
Don't rush it.
Come on.
Let's
Like,
go.
you're gonna be okay.
A lot of people say the same thing about puberty. Don't rush it.
Yep.
Just one step at a time.
That's what I always said.
That's what I usually say when I'm eating pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Well,
rush it.
Sucking down a peanut.
Yep.
One peanut at a time.
Licking that skin off a peanut.
Do you,
Nice.
when you eat peanuts, do you crack the shell off or do you do you suck the skin off?
I just give it as many licks as it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a peanut?
The world may never know.
No one will know.
Didn't even do anything. Let's go. Nice.
I gotta say, dude.
I don't remember what Steven has always done the board.
The button guy.
So I don't even remember what the sounds go to which segments.
Wow, that is so loud. I gotta tell you something, man. These pants are so hot. I'm sweating.
It does kind of get hot in here with the windows open in the afternoon.
Dude,
so
that was another thing, Cole, about Cincinnati, dude. The weather.
It sounded beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Nice.
It didn't get past 85, and it was not humid.
God.
And
So you get all the good hot, like UVs.
It's not a humid hot here in Alabama.
Yeah.
It's a dry hot.
It's not the heat that'll get you, it's the humidity. Let me tell you what.
That it is.
That was awesome. And I missed that. I think at this point that's the only reason I would move to the Midwest.
Yeah. Same.
Even though Cincinnati was really cool. Y'all heard I'm sure you talked about it on this last podcast.
Yeah. Me and Steven just sat down and talked about it the whole time.
Yeah, so I'm not going
to
say anything new probably, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
My brother and Jacob McClendon. Have you met Sam, my brother? Redhead. You've probably seen a picture of him.
Yes, very briefly,
great,
I think.
Great man.
I like that guy.
Yeah, me as well. But he and Jacob are going in 2 weeks, I believe. They're going to go up to Cincinnati. And I'm really trying to make it work to be able to go.
Dude.
My cousin also lives there, so hopefully we could find a place to stay.
Don't look at my leg.
But I want to experience it so bad.
Dude.
It looked unbelievable.
Hey, I ran into someone that knew you up there, by the way.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miller Anderson.
Miller.
Shout out Miller.
I was
Fantastic
wearing a shirt.
Lady.
I was wearing a shirt that said Birmingham on it. And shout out Club Duquette. And she came up. Well, she looked at me for a very long time. And I was like, do I look weird?
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck?
What the heck?
And then she came up to me and was like, do you live in Birmingham? And I was like, well, I used to, but now I live. Anyway, I found out she knew you.
Yeah.
She was
Great
cool.
family.
Seemed
awesome
cool.
Family.
Also, she looked like someone who knew you.
What is that? What does that freaking mean?
She seemed cool.
Okay.
Like you have your friends.
You have it was her aura. Her aura. You just have an aura.
The vibrations were giving Cole.
He could sense in her aura that she probably knew Cole.
Yeah.
The people you hang out with, they look like they would know you. And she did.
Good word.
Yeah.
Good word.
That's a good point. I had never thought about that.
Dude, we were at Trattoria Zaza last night.
Golly. Can we park there for a second?
Let's just simmer on that. Nice.
That was great.
So, anyway, there was a dude there that looked just like a guy, and I'm convinced it was him, but that I used to know. But
somebody that you used to know.
I freaking knew it. I was waiting. Golly.
Anyway, I told Elena, I was like, I don't know if that's him, but doesn't he look like a guy I should know? And she was like, yeah, because he was just like scraggly, dirtbag looking guy, and he looked cool. I wanted to be
Would
his
you
friend.
say you attract scraggly dirtbag individuals? Golly, dirtbag? I said that so southern.
Dirtbag.
I think it's funny. The person I've heard use that term the most is Jack Sullivan.
Yeah.
And he is not really that dirtbaggy to me.
No.
And that's not a diss.
Yeah.
It's just he really dresses nice.
It's
and
pretty clean.
He's pretty clean.
Yeah.
And I just think that's funny.
I would say not as much anymore because I live in Atlanta and don't climb a lot anymore or camp
That's
much.
fair.
I
That's
still
fair.
obviously love those things, but in college, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
That was my most dirtbag I've ever been.
Yeah.
Your
climber-
dirtbag era.
And I do miss it.
DBE.
If I could, what?
DBE is so bad.
Terrible.
DBE.
Dirtbag era.
Yeah. If I could, I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
would live in
the climbing community gives off not like dirtbag as in like scumbag.
Yeah.
Simply put, dirt.
Yeah, just literally dusty.
Because they're climbing and there's this guy named Braden Butler who was one of my Young Life kids and is on the Paralympic climbing team. And he's from Chelsea.
He's a killer.
Dude, he's literally I follow him on Instagram. He's all into the whole vintage clothing world, but he's doing like Olympic trials in like Austria and France, and all his summers he's just traveling around the world climbing. He's a freaking unit.
He's a beast.
Yeah, Braden Climbs. That's his name. Check him out on the gram.
Yeah, cool. I used to climb with him at Hyde Point. He's a good guy, good kid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but no, the climbing culture definitely gives that. That's one thing, man. If I wasn't built the way I was built, I would for sure get into climbing.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is
you'd be surprised
meant to be on a wall.
You would be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Let me ask Myres something real quick.
Tell me something. Ask me something.
You went on a deep dive on your friends' Instagrams yesterday.
I did do that.
What was that about?
That was hilarious.
You were. No one was safe. You were sniping folks.
I got everybody, dude.
You posted me like 3 times.
I did.
That fedora was crazy.
Didn't it go hard?
That was awesome.
Wasn't it wild? Yeah, I went to New York one time.
And wore a trench coat and a fedora.
Hey man, I stand by it.
Okay, so Steven has, this was maybe a lesser known fact of modern people who know Steven, but he actually had another Instagram that had like 2,000 or 3,000 followers that he deactivated a long time ago, and he turned it back on relatively recently.
Yes.
So I was actually scrolling through his old Instagram just for the memes, and I found this funny picture from when he announced he was moving to North Carolina back in 21, I think it was.
Yeah.
And so then I posted that on my story because I thought it was funny. And then I was like, it'd kind of be funny if I did this to like Blake because we had just hung out this weekend.
Yeah.
So you were on my mind. And so I went through your Instagram and I found an old picture of Jack on there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, well, I got to post this picture of Jack with his motorcycle because he just looks so cool. Which he did actually kind of look cool, but it was like,
2014 cool.
Yeah, still old picture of him.
Yeah,
yeah. 5 years old or something.
It is a good picture.
It's a good picture. And then, obviously, while I'm on your old Instagram, then I just found you, too.
Yeah.
And kept going through, like, my best friends in my head, So I think I hit Cole. And then I think I hit Zion with a couple of them.
Yeah, Zion. I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
That one
he
with
had
the long
super
hair.
long hair.
That was crazy.
He was like 17 or something.
Yeah, that was longer hair than I ever had.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then I think I had to. There's a tangent that I won't go too far down. But yesterday, Steven left to go on a cruise with his family, and he forgot his passports. So he's like at Sidetrack, which is 2 hours from here. And I had to drive and meet him halfway in Sylacauga to give him his passports. So I guess I didn't have to, but I chose to do that to help him.
Good friend.
Thanks.
That is a good friend.
So that interrupted my tear on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it would have gone on before.
Yeah.
But
I did notice that you commented on the break.
There was like a 8-hour, maybe not, like a 4 or 5 hour break in between.
Yeah.
And so I posted, I looked up like one of the longest loops I could find of BBL Drizzy.
Yeah.
And so I posted that and I was like,
shout out BBL Drizzy.
Y'all thought I was done.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Let's go.
And so then I had already done all my best friends or closest friends that I could think of.
Yeah.
So then I started going to like second circle friends, and then I kind of just started like scrolling through people's stories.
You're really outing your circles of friends on this podcast right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're really hurting some hearts.
I don't remember who all I posted, to be honest, because I did literally like 30 people or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was after the break. So
sorry.
That's whatever.
Sorry,
woof.
It wasn't. It was really like just flow of consciousness. It wasn't necessarily like I was ranking my friends.
You can rank. You can if you wanna.
I consider you a part of my inner circle.
Hey, same here, man.
But anyway, you were in my wedding, so
Word.
Anyway, and then later on, it just turned into like who had posted a story recently. And then it's turned into like, is there anyone I can think of that it would be really funny and extremely random, but they wouldn't get offended?
Craig's was good.
Craig's is good. Yeah. Lucy
was funny.
Lucy, I was like, I want to do more girls. I know she'll think this is funny.
Yeah.
I did Madeline Crow because I knew she would think this was funny.
Yeah.
Maybe I should talk about some of my tactics. A lot of people, I kind of liked hiding how I found these pictures because people kept DMing me and being like, where did you find this? And I'd just respond with like the smiling devil emoji, you know? But basically, well, first of all, a lot of times I just scrolled to the back of everyone's Instagrams because that's easy. And then the second easiest thing is to go through their old tags. And so like some people, it was like their high school job, like John McClendon.
Yeah.
Some person he worked at Chick-fil-A with posted that picture of him.
Unreal.
And was like, I guess I shouldn't leave my phone unattended at work. And so that's where
tags will get you.
Yeah, John's came from. That's also how I found Parker Boyce and Sloane Struble, Dayglow. I found their youth group from growing up.
Pretty incredible.
A picture of them.
I have some diabolical tags.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I do too.
Man.
And then oh my god. Oh, here comes Pickle. And then eventually there were
This is my first time ever petting her.
Really?
Yes. Oh.
Wow.
She got green eyes.
Beautiful eyes, beautiful fur.
She's being sweet.
Hello, sweet.
The last thing I was going to say is I did actually go to like some people's parents' Facebook.
Classic.
Yeah, Facebook is what
that's a good one.
Again, pretty easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long.
Yeah.
Craig's Facebook, he doesn't post that much.
Yeah.
So it really took like one little swipe to get to 2009.
Yeah. Those are the best.
Yeah.
He was probably 40 in 2009.
I think what spurred that up.
Pickle didn't like that one.
Yeah, sorry, Pickle.
Dude, that's my side tangent. That's my favorite thing about my relationship with Craig.
Making
is reminding him
fun for being
how
old.
he is.
Yeah.
Because it will be like, yeah, man, this story, like when I was a sophomore in college, I like did this and it was crazy, and then I like met God. And you're like, all right. Hey, by the way, I was in 4th grade when that happened.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Get right, Craig.
It kind of got spurred on because Griff DM'd me off one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I'm so thankful that I didn't get Instagram till college. And I said, bro, you know I have to find something now. So I went to like his mom's Facebook or something. Found an old picture of him.
Hey,
got him pretty good.
Tell me about your Yaddy.
The Yat. Yeah, that guy.
New segment, Tattoo Talk,
Yat chats,
which we've been having recently.
Yeah. I got this.
Wait, did you already talk about it on the pod? Did I just miss it?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Steven got the same tattoo, so he's talked about it.
So Steven, Jacob, Sam, my brother, and myself, we all got the same.
Nice.
We went at the same time.
It's very clean. I like it.
Thank you. I went to
it's cute.
Revolution, I believe is one of them.
Sounds right.
Yeah, nice. Revolution Inc. in Avondale. They were great. It was like a really cool space. Like the space itself was super clean, and it was sick. But yeah, got it probably like a month and a half ago, and we all got it because every Monday we would go to Country Club of Birmingham. Mm-hmm. So my brother worked there for a while, and on Mondays the course is closed.
Oh.
And he would get us on, and we'd play golf together. Eventually that turned into me and 7 other guys showing up every Monday. And that then turned to all their fraternity brothers showing up every Monday. So then they sent out a rule where they're like, you got to schedule your like employee, which we weren't employees. It was definitely
some of you were.
Yeah, some of us were at one point in time. But then we did it for 2 years. So like starting in January of last year.
Yeah.
And all that year. And then until May, we played golf just about every Monday.
Wow.
And so this golf tee specifically is so different country clubs have different designs.
Yeah. And
this one is Birmingham's, but in the actual tee it's green, white, and green. I'm not a color tattoo guy.
Yeah, same.
And so we just got but we got it to like commemorate being able to slow down, and more than anything, I feel like it was so essential for all of our relationships. And we got to every Monday, like Steven and I would be intentional. Not every Monday. Sometimes we'd compete and it'd be competitive, but more often than not, it was hey, we're going to walk slow. We're going to take time in between shots. Like, we're here to be here. We're not here to win, So
one step at a time, baby.
Yeah, one step at a time.
That's awesome.
Since this one, man, I've like always been in the creative. Like, I want tats. I'm not sure. I've got some ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. And you have many yourself.
I love a good tat, dude. I'm gonna tell you what, you'd look good with a sleeve.
Tell me.
That's it. You would look good with the sleeve.
Thank you.
He already told you what.
Perfect.
That was the what.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could do some sick Ameritrad stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd like to add to it. I think one of the funniest stories was probably maybe not the first time, but one of the first few times we ended up hanging out. I was talking to you about your cowgirl tattoo.
Yeah.
And because if anyone hasn't had the pleasure, it's a fantastic tattoo. It's
my
very,
favorite.
very cool.
Favorite to this day.
I remember it may have been like fairly fresh after you got it. And we were talking about it, and I was like, that is freaking sick. Like, please tell me there's a cool story behind it. And you were like, yeah, I got it for just freaking vibes. And I was like, yeah this guy
That
rips.
is
I'm all about this.
the coolest story you could have told.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I told everyone because there was no reason.
I love it.
I just thought it was
It's
sick.
a fantastic piece.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out Sam Larson. He's the artist who did it. He's not the tattoo artist who did it. He's an artist. He's a Western artist. It's his design. And then another artist, a tattoo artist, tattooed it on my body.
Nice.
So, shout out to
where'd you get it done?
them. This shop in Marietta called Sink or Swim,
Nice.
Marietta, Georgia. I got it from an apprentice, which sick that he did such a good job.
Yeah.
But that shop is great. I've also gotten all my piercings from there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah.
Clean, classy. All the people there are very talented and nice, and it's sick.
What was your first tattoo you got?
My first tattoo was actually the bolt from Zion Goins,
Right.
right here.
Right.
Very tiny.
What's it called? The bolt?
The bolt.
Bolt Colt. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Bolt Colt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got
was
me into
there for
hot
that.
water with my parents.
Yeah. We
Didn't
did
love
that. We did that at Zion's house,
Yeah.
and I remember going to that.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
the
it was
day.
the two of us and maybe Jack.
I believe
and
it
Zion.
was the day before Thanksgiving. Maybe.
Yeah, it was somewhere in
Or
there.
2 days before
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
That
Wow.
sounds right. I don't remember what happened that day. I just kind of remember rushing over so
Yeah.
that I could be a part.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. Well, I didn't show my parents for like 6 months, and then I finally showed my mom, and you would have thought I waged World War III.
Yeah.
But they've since come around, and they're loving, and I love my parents. Shout out, Mom.
Shout out mom.
And dad, and dad, and dad, and dad, and dad, and dad, and dad.
Mom and dad. Dad and mom.
Anita, and
Clarence.
Guess.
I have to guess.
Clarence was close.
Really? Clark?
Russell.
Not close. Anita and Russell Blakely.
Yeah, Blakely.
Blakely.
Yeah. I'm actually named after my last name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Myres, will you ever delve into the tattoo world?
I don't know. That's been the debate between Steven and I.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not anti-tattoo by any means. I just don't really have one that I want, and I don't really want one right now. I know you've got like the itch,
Mm-hmm.
and you've kind of got the itch and
It's like
acted on it more.
It's like a bag of potato chips. You can't just have one.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I've definitely had the itch. I finally was like, I honestly over spiritualizing a lot of it. I was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
this is not.
Yeah,
can't be
just
doing that.
just for vibes is good enough.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
Okay.
What was your experience like actually getting tattooed? Did you like it?
Dude, I actually have a really good story about this. So we all go in that night. It's like 11:30. We're all walking in, or like 10:30. We're all walking in, and it takes a couple minutes to get going. And then they take Jacob and myself like down the stairs into each artist's little cubby,
Yeah.
and they put walls up to appear like it's its own room, but the it's not connected, so you can hear everything.
Yeah.
So as I'm sitting down, my artist, his name was Chris Martin. He was fantastic.
Oh, dude, shout out Coldplay.
Yeah, exactly. and I start sweating. So my hands start getting a little like clammy. And I sit down and I like put my arm down, and I'm not fearful of needles.
Yeah.
But I am weary.
Okay.
Recently, I've gotten to the point where it doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
And this is this is embarrassing to admit out loud, but I put my phone down, my wallet in this chair, and I sit in the tattoo chair and have my arm ready. He's about to get going, and I remember being like, I gotta get up and get my phone. Like I need something to distract me. Like I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
And he starts going, and I literally was like, wait, really?
Yeah.
I literally was like, really? This is it?
Yeah.
And I told him directly, I said, wow, I'm incredibly underwhelmed by how painful this is.
Yeah.
Right as I say that, Jacob is the room over.
Is he getting it in the same spot?
He's not.
Okay.
So he's getting it like mid-calf.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not weird, but you know.
Freaking dumb.
What an idiot.
But he's getting it here.
Okay.
And as I say that, Jacob's like, hey, man, freaking shut up. It's like, oh, dang. And he was like, and so I started laughing, and my artist like, like, please stop laughing. Yeah. And I was like, oh, my bad. And so I'm listening to Jacob talk to his artist.
That would have made me laugh so much harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm listening to Jacob, and he goes, oh, shoot. He's talking to his artist. He goes, oh, shoot. Just got a little whiff of my foot there. Sorry about that. You've been over that this whole time.
Oh man!
At this point, I am like fighting tears.
Yeah, dude.
And she goes, yeah, no. Like if you were my regular, I'd 100% destroy you this whole time. She goes, if I get effing ringworm from your feet, and he's like, okay, I got clean feet. Like shut up.
That was so funny.
But I was like shaking, trying to like hold in my laughter.
That's so funny.
That's
just got a whiff of my foot there. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Man. Yeah, I mean, that is a very great area for a first tattoo.
Yeah, a lot of meat. A lot of meat on that bone.
A lot of meat.
The reason I asked is because I don't know if I'm addicted, but I love the
It's
pain.
a good feeling.
I
It's
love
kinda
the pain.
nice.
I love getting tattooed. I love my most recent ones have all been very quick, and I'm like, can we keep
Can
going?
you keep going on
I
it?
just need a little bit more, man.
Little fix.
But my most painful one was definitely
The bee.
the B, because
man.
all of it is on directly on that bone,
Mm.
specifically the wrist bone. It sucks.
What is this guy?
It's a pan of bacon,
Let's freaking
a
go.
little cast iron skillet full of
Yeah.
bacon, which is funny. That's one of Elena's favorites, and I can't even see it. I forget it's there.
Yeah.
Same with the smiley face. I saw myself in the mirror the other day, and I was like, oh, I have that.
Yeah.
That's
And
funny.
I forget they're there.
That's hilarious.
Do you think you'll go outside of the left arm?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I think
Are you gonna
if
go on
I
your nips?
Yeah, I'd probably go full nips.
go straight to the throat tat.
Yeah. Well, I got in the car with Jack the other day, and I had on like shorts, like baggies, and he was like, "Dude, where are your thigh tats?" And I was like, "I know, I need that."
I was about to say, I think if I got one, I would probably get it on my thigh somewhere.
I definitely want some.
I like the vibe that Lane has.
Yeah.
With just some thigh tats.
Dude, he's
and
got some
nothing
good
else.
thigh tats.
And then you got to wear some shorts to actually see what's going on.
It's great,
dude.
So it's like
I love Zion's.
Yeah,
this
lion
thing.
skull.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
it
yeah.
is.
And
olive
Tree
branches.
Eden, the lady that did it in Chattanooga, she is crazy good.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Yeah, I've been up there a couple times. I haven't gotten anything from her, but
Yeah.
I went with James. Maybe only once, but anyway, yeah, she's awesome. Hard to get an appointment.
And
and very expensive.
I've heard that.
But she's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. What piece cost the most? Was it the cowgirl? A lot of shading on that guy.
I think it was. It was either that or one of these single needle pieces.
Oh, those are awesome.
I think it might have been the hawk.
That's very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want more for sure. Covering as much as the Lord intends, you know.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. You got the rest of your life.
That's for sure.
Plenty of time.
That's for
Dude,
sure.
and not to sound like a juvenile delinquent here, but I don't understand. I recently gained consciousness of this. when I was getting this, where people are like, if you get a tattoo when you're old, it's gonna look bad and wrinkly. I'm like, so will freaking you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything looks bad and wrinkly.
You're gonna look horrible.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't give a crap.
yeah, like
About
why
what I'm
are
gonna
you
look like
saying,
when I'm old?
oh, your tattoos are gonna look bad? It's like, yeah, so will your face.
Yeah.
So like, get Botox, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Botox your tats. That would be hilarious. Imagine like your whole arm looks like a young person's arm with tattoos, and the rest of you is wrinkly.
Dude, honestly, that might happen anyway because usually when I go out in the sun, I only sunscreen the one arm because they fade so fast.
Yeah.
And
That's
dude,
funny.
they freaking burn. Like
Burn?
being in the sun hurts so bad on the tats because they're black. They're black skin and it just straight up is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
never
can't
thought
imagine
about
what
that.
those like block tattoos.
Yeah.
Just where they
Yeah.
shade your whole arm.
Imagine Travis Barker. Dude can't go
Yeah,
outside.
They can't.
His whole body is black
Yeah.
Dang. With tattoos.
with tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah. That,
Tough.
that-
Tough.
yeah. Yeah.
Cut that.
Guys, I wanted to do a funny segment.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I think this is normally like some segment that we do, but I'm changing it. This segment is called the WOM Reading Corner.
Okay.
Welcome to the WOM Reading
Welcome to the
Corner.
WOM Reading Corner.
Welcome to the WOM Reading
I'm
Corner.
just gonna go through our little bookshelf here and see if I can find a book that seems interesting. That one's kind of got my eye a little bit.
You Republican little head ass. I found a book called Sandwich.
That is a good one. I actually, I found this one. It seems like it might be funny. 1001 cool freaky facts.
Oh, not only are they cool, they're also freaky.
They're also freaky and they're facts.
Oh, and they're facts.
They're facts. Can you believe
1001?
that?
How many
Yeah.
pages is that book?
You would think you would think it'd be like a lot.
1,000.
I would think it'd be 1001.
It's about
Is it one fact per page?
It's about 207. It's
Oh.
actually exactly 207.
That's almost 5 facts per page,
roughly.
approximately.
This
Squirrely
book.
equal sign.
This book is from my childhood.
Sick.
I read a lot when I was a kid, and
I got a story.
I used to sit on the toilet and read.
Yeah.
This book used to sit on the back of the toilet, and I would read.
Oh wow! Don't let me
Cool
touch that.
freaky
That's
facts.
a
Don't touch
shit
this.
book.
That.
Freaking shit book.
Yeah, go ahead and tell your story, Blake, while I search for a good fact.
I'd love to hear a fun fact, but while you're doing that, dude, this is so funny to me, and maybe it won't be to anyone else, but I think it's funny. They in my 6th grade class, they had a Ripley's Believe It or Not book, and there was a page on it about this. This is so funny. I was in 6th grade, and I found this. It was about like this nude cyclist festival in France.
Wow.
I think something like that. But it was just they just said like
Tour de Butts is what it's called.
Le Tour des Butt.
Tour de Phrase. Yeah. So anyway, they had a bunch of like wide pictures of this, so you couldn't really make anything out. But then there was one where you could see a woman and they were all painted.
Right.
They were all body painted.
Right.
But you still couldn't see much. But as a 6th grader, I was like, dude, the nude cyclist in the Ripley's Believe It or Not book is sick.
Yeah.
I showed all my friends.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's fantastic.
I don't know
Yeah,
why that
brother.
book reminded me of that.
I'm glad
childhood
it
books.
did. Yeah, childhood books.
Yeah.
You wanna hear the worst comparison to what you just said?
Okay.
When we were in 7th grade, I went to classical school and we studied Latin, and there in our textbook was a page of a statue of a woman that was nude, and we
Yep.
were all like, page 176.
Yeah. Dude,
Horrible
it's crazy.
comparison.
No, that's the same idea. Like you just find one thing and you have it. It's the only thing you have.
Let's hear a factoid, Myres. Myres factoid.
Bonus points if it has to do with yiddies.
E pluribus unum. Here's my Latin.
Shout
Fact
out.
number 9. Loud, fast music makes termites chew faster. Fact number 19.
Is that true? Do you think that's true for real?
No
I have no idea.
There's no way that's true.
That is wacky.
There
and
also,
cool.
like, you get to the end of this book, there are no references. So this could all be made up. This could all be made up.
Not MLA.
Not MLA.
Bats always exit a cave to the left.
I swear I've seen a bat exit a cave to the right.
Slugs have 4 noses. The loudest burp was 112 decibels. Think jet airplane.
There's no way that is real.
You think that's been broken since 2008?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Can the rest of this podcast just be you reading all of the rest of them?
Yeah, that was from the Wacky World Records section.
What about a fact?
Yeah, let's see. Here's the contents. We can do, let's go to, that was unusual animal facts at first. Let's do 91 fun phobias.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, give us the
scared.
context and we'll guess.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Ochophobia. O-C-H-O phobia.
I think it's the fear of the number 8.
Yeah, fear of 8. Something involving 8.
It's the opposite of me.
Oh, fear of a woman? Feminophobia?
The fear of vehicles.
No way!
I feel like that'd be autophobia.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Octophobia?
Ocho.
Huh.
O-C-H-O.
Oh, yes, because the old
fear
word for
of Ocho Cinco. Yes.
the old,
Ochophobia.
that's odd.
Ombrophobia.
Did we just think of the same thing?
We 100% thought of the same thing.
Next. The fear of people from Mexico. Cut that.
That is called racism.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually misspelled it. It's just called racism.
Yeah. It's the scientific term for racism.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it?
Ombrophobia?
Ombrophobia. Fear of rain.
You're throwing me for a loop,
That's
Myres.
frustrating.
Genuphobia. Genuphobia. G-E-N-U. Phobia.
Dude, is it the fear of kneeling on a Catholic pew to pray?
It's not entirely like that. It's not that.
Is it close at all?
Part of what you said is kind of close.
It involves a Catholic.
No.
It involves kneeling.
Yes.
Shout out Clog with Pickle.
Hey.
Very cute couple right now.
There she is.
There she is. That's nuts.
Pickle got her cameo. She snuggled up with Blake a second ago.
It was amazing.
And then she ran off because we laughed.
The fear of kneeling?
It's the fear of knees.
Nice. Dude, how did I pull that one out?
Out of nowhere.
Genuflect? Genuflect?
Genuphobia.
Genuflect is the act of kneeling on a Catholic kneeling pad thing, I think.
I had no idea.
The more you know.
Ideophobia.
IDO?
Ideophobia.
Fear of ideas.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How are you fearful of ideas?
I have no idea.
You just want to be told everything in your life. That is called communism.
Yeah. Wacky World Records.
Okay.
The longest kiss lasted 30 hours, 59 minutes.
I beat it.
Light work.
Pocket change.
30 hours?
You know that trend that's like when you get in an airplane and you raw dog the flight?
Yeah, that's what that is, but for marriage.
Yeah.
That's a great book. I'm learning a lot.
Patent Mania. Let's go to 177.
Patent Mania?
Oh, this is also what Terrence Howard has.
Patent Mania.
Yeah.
I've been reading all the short ones.
Terrence
Maybe I
Howard?
can read a longer one.
Who is Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard.
I actually found an amazing patent.
Okay, let's go.
Patent number GB2289222. is for a fart collecting device. It comprises a gas-tight collecting tube for insertion into the rectum of the subject. The tube is connected for a gas-tight collecting bag. The end of the tube inserted into the subject is covered with a gauze filter and a gas-permeable bladder.
Why?
For fun.
Cuz.
That's the craziest patent I think I've heard today.
That's pretty good.
Patent number US 5971829 is for a motorized ice cream cone. The cone spins while you lick the ice cream.
Dude, yes.
I would actually, I would like to use that personally.
You ever had one of those spinning forks for spaghetti?
No. That sounds nice.
Does it have like a little button and you... And it
goes...
That was a really good noise.
That's what it did.
Brilliant. Hey, let's do maybe one or two more in this WOM Reading Corner.
The WOM Reading Corner.
I do think it would actually maybe be funny to turn this into a whole segment, because then we could just read segments from books and then it could be funny.
I like this. Yeah.
History never repeats.
That's what ignorant people say.
Ever been to school?
Ever seen what's going on around town right now?
This is topical. Athletes in the ancient Olympics competed in the nude.
I did know that.
Dude, I did know that actually.
Bring it back.
Yeah, they had no... Bring it back for real. They had no hindrances. No shoes, bro. No competitive advantage.
That's crazy. No advantage. The Tower of London is currently the home of the British Crown Jewels. It has been a zoo, an observatory, a mint, and a prison.
Whoa. I didn't know that it was a mint. I wonder what kind. Spearmint?
Probably spearmint.
Peppermint?
Altoid.
You used to be able to just walk up to the... Wait, what was it again? The Tower of London and just give it a little lick.
I never want to see that again. Yeah. Well, that's cool that it houses the British family jewels. I have the U.S. ones.
It's freaking stupid.
So dumb.
This is actually strange. The cigarette lighter was invented before the match.
That's crazy.
I know.
Like in a car? Bye, Claire.
Bye. I love you.
Char bar.
I should know.
Shoe shop.
Guess where you're going to eat?
I need to go there.
I'm
Taco
so
Mama?
hungry.
Oh.
Maya.
Surin? 280? What?
Snacks
Never
and-
been there before and now 2 times in 1 week? Wow.
Snag some chicken Penang for me.
Have fun.
That shit bangs. It's so good.
Chicken Penang.
It's
Chicken Penang Bang.
yeah, it's good.
I love
Perfect.
you. Can you make sure my phone's still recording? I sometimes get paranoid about that.
Let's go.
Trucking along.
Solid said.
Yeah, we're
Keeper
only like a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, we still have 1,001 facts.
Yeah, we've only made it through about 15 facts, and there's 1,001 of them. Yeah, and this is just the first book. Thanks, I love you.
Bye.
Fact number 685. Early Greeks and Romans used dried watermelons for helmets.
Sick.
683. Cleopatra sometimes wore a fake beard.
Sick.
The gorilla's scientific name is gorilla.
Sick.
So big you had to say it twice.
I gotta pee.
Go pee.
Okay.
Myres, I feel like this being your, what do we call it? Your shit book?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
I think that says a lot about you, man. You're a curious guy.
I am.
And that showed itself from an early age.
Yeah.
That's what we learned
It's funny,
today.
you know, I always talk about business stuff, but
That you do.
I listen to, you know, a lot of, a lot of successful people. Not always monetarily, but just people who've generally found some success in their life. And one of the funny things is when they talk about, like, was there some kind of, like, if we met you when you were in 6th grade,
Was there an indicator?
was there an indicator that you were going to be successful one day? And I think about that for myself because I don't feel like there was, other than, like, I like cars, so then I want to make money so I can have cool cars. And I'm also not necessarily, like, super successful in, like, the business world. I'd say I'm highly successful in the friend world, which is probably the most important one. But it is funny to reflect on growing up and the different things that you did as a child that seemed menial, but actually are kind of like representative of how you will become.
Yeah.
I think something I've always done is like get super interested in something and try and become basically an expert in it as quickly as possible.
Totally.
And I did that with cars when I was a kid. Like when I started getting into cars super heavy when I was like 6 or whatever. I would go to the library and check out like every car book that I could get, like the history of Ferrari, the history of Porsche, the history of Ford, the history, like all of these kind of books and magazines and everything. It's kind of always how I've been. It's mostly transitioned to podcasts because I like to listen. I here's another insight into my childhood. My mom, she basically homeschooled us solo for the most part until I was like 6th or 7th grade. And then at that point, it's like she doesn't know algebra super well, or she doesn't know like biology super well. So that's when we started doing co-ops more. And that's kind of a normal path for most homeschoolers is eventually you kind of have to outsource teaching to other moms and stuff. So, but when I was little, my mom would read to us for hours and hours and hours a day. And it was historical books, and it was like Narnia, you know, fun fictional books and everything in between. And when we did that, I would like sit and build and rebuild Legos or like just play with toys and stuff. And so like most of my elementary years, I remember hating math and having to do math books. And then I remember sitting for hours and hours and hours and every day, my mom just reading books to us and me playing with toys and stuff. And now while I work and do other things, I listen to podcasts and I listen to audiobooks and I listen to stuff.
Dude.
That's pretty cool.
So
I love that.
Yeah. It's just funny how
It all ties in.
it stays the same. It's just now I'm listening to like philosophers and business owners and stuff like that instead of C.S. Lewis.
I missed the first half of that conversation, but I came in and y'all were talking about library things that y'all like, car books.
Yeah.
Dude, my library at school had this book that I found in like 1st grade, and it was about movie monsters, like Dracula specifically. And I didn't know that it was just like about movie Dracula. I thought it was real. So for like a while, I was like, vampires are real, like legitimately, because of a book, not just because I thought like Santa was real, but like a book told me it was. And then there was a
if it's in a book, it's real, like this book right here.
Yes, and there was a show on Animal Planet called The Most Extreme, which was sick.
I loved that show.
It was my favorite show of all time, besides Mythbusters, and shout out to Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. But dude, on The Most Extreme, they had a Most Extreme Vampires episode, because apparently a lot of animals drink blood, but they had a segment on this guy
Yeah.
Nah, man.
that was a vampire, and
I
he
think
drank
I
blood,
actually remember
and he
that.
really thought he was a vampire.
Yeah.
And I believed it because I
Yeah.
had also read this book about Dracula
Yeah.
that seemed historical.
It was historical.
Wild. I was so fooled.
That's crazy.
They really pulled a ruse on me, those vampires, dude.
What do you think are the things you most remember from being like 8?
That.
That.
The most extreme. Going out in the woods with my neighbors and playing.
Yeah.
And hating school.
Yeah. It's funny, I also hated school, and I didn't have to go to school, but I still hated doing school.
Yeah, and playing with Legos. I played with Legos.
Loved Legos.
A lot.
I had so many Hot Wheels.
Nice.
Had Thomas the Train. I had like wooden Thomas the Train.
Yeah, I loved those too.
Those were awesome.
We had a train.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Dude.
Power Rangers for sure.
Did you have the train table? It was like a big wooden table that was low.
I can't remember if we had one or not. I had friends who had them.
It was kind of specifically for Thomas the Train.
Yeah.
But then when we outgrew that, we made it the Lego table, and it was sick because it was so big and
so
flat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. One of the things I look forward to about having kids is like playing with Legos with my kids.
Yeah.
That is going to be so fun.
Dude, I'm, Lord willing, if I have children, I'm really excited for the day that, kind of like when you were a kid, you would just pick something and like go all in.
Yeah.
Like that phase.
Yeah.
Where kids are like, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And it's always freaking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
super weird stuff.
Ella sent me a video like a couple days ago on IG DMs, and it was like a family playing Godzilla, which I think those movies are just the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then it pans to this kid in like a Godzilla like blow up suit, be like, and I was like, that's sick.
Yeah.
Like I want my kid as an 8-year-old to be the funniest like menace.
Yeah. I love seeing the videos where it's like a dad like going 100% in on his kid's thing.
God, that's
One
so
of
cool.
them I saw was like the dad set up a nightclub, and so he like checks his daughter's ID coming into like the downstairs bedroom and like opens up the curtains, and then they have like house music, and he pretends to do like bottle service. This might be actually kind of inappropriate to do with your child now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, he's like playing house music, and then he like
odd.
brings over like sparkling water or something
that's
to make her
cool.
feel like it.
Lemonade.
Another one I saw was a dad dressed up as a chef, like being a sous chef,
cool.
and like pretending to be like Salt Bay vibes, but
Yeah.
with like the plastic fake food, and then he like
That's
serves the fake food to
That's
his
awesome.
daughter.
I
That was
think
also funny.
Dude, I wanted to eat that fake food so bad.
Oh yeah. I think that's one of the like coolest, most admirable things a dad can do.
Yeah.
Is be like, hey, my kids want hibachi. We don't have the budget to take them to hibachi, but I'm gonna Amazon the
hibachi.
freaking hat.
Yeah.
And like we're gonna do this as a family.
Yeah.
Not being
That's-
ashamed, going all in.
Yeah, that stuff is so cool. That's like pro dad move.
That is cool.
I just remember something else in my house growing up. This is when I was more like 10. We moved into this house when I was like 9 or 10. We had this long hallway where all of our bedrooms came off of, and I basically treated it like a soccer field.
That's
and
awesome.
It was awesome.
That's
and so
awesome.
I would kick the ball towards the end of the door at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
That was the goal, and that was Ansley's room, and I would annoy her by
Let's go.
kicking the ball at her door. It was
Let's go.
awesome.
Dude, we when we went to the woods, we would play Wizards, and I didn't know about Harry Potter at the time, but my neighbors did. And I was convinced that my neighbor, he was like 2 years older than me. I thought he was the most creative person I had ever met.
He invented wizards.
Expecto Patronum.
He
You really just said that.
He just described Voldemort, and I was like, sick. That sounds like an awesome villain. And I thought he made it up. And then like 2 years later, I'm sitting in Kroger with my mom, and I see a DVD of Harry Potter, and I'm like, that looks an awful lot like the guy we were fighting in the woods.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's a
Wait,
fraud.
I know that guy.
Corey's a fraud.
I've seen that guy. He's somewhere around here before. I know I have.
And then, yeah, he was just spitting out spells, dude, left and right. And then I watch Harry Potter for the first time, and I'm like, dude,
This
It was just
jump.
copying.
he was just doing it.
That's so funny.
But I had fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I to delve into the Harry Potter world, my family growing up, probably since like, let's see, probably high school, every Christmas we watch the whole series.
Yeah.
As like a family tradition. And I thought we really enjoyed it. Enter Ella Hill and their family. Bro, they are about it.
Potterheads?
Not to like nerdy level where it's like I've memorized absolutely everything, but to like, no, I've watched these movies and I know them so well that it's like fully integrated into as they're rewatching it.
Yeah.
Where there's still things, I've watched those movies 6 times and there's still things that I'm like, oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
Like that's sick. But now Ella is reading the whole series and she is, she's eating it up.
Yeah.
To the point where I've learned within the past month and a half that I think I have screwed myself out of enjoying reading because the one book my favorite book I've ever read is The Road by Cormac McCarthy.
Dude.
And you love that book?
Shout out Cormac.
Dude, that's like that's one of the few books I've read.
Have you read No Country for Old Men yet?
No.
Dude.
No, I haven't. Is it as good as that one?
Yeah, you're going to love it.
Okay. But now I've realized I read that in high school. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then I only went to like religious.
I don't know if that picked up or not.
I just farted really loud. And everyone heard it through their headphones.
Wow, I don't know if that picked up.
Man, I don't even know.
Sorry, I thought that was going to eke out. It did not.
But I've realized I've kind of ruined enjoying reading because I only read like
the best
religious study books.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so now I'm getting into reading Harry Potter.
I've found that post-grad, when you have to do less reading for school, that reading is more enjoyable.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Because
I thought I didn't like reading anymore. I loved reading when I was a child. It was all I did.
Yeah. Percy Jack.
Dude,
everything.
I had so many Hardy Boys. And
Dude, Hardy Boys.
Yep.
Magic
I was a
Tree
huge
House,
Hardy Boy. Yeah.
All those.
You're just striking a chord right now.
But then probably high school where you start reading books that suck.
Yeah.
I stopped reading, started watching YouTube.
Yep.
And then like until probably senior year or maybe even like post-grad college, I didn't read anymore.
Yeah.
And then I kind of sat down and I was like, I want to read. There's a lot of good stuff in books.
Yeah.
And it's also just fun if you find a good book.
Dude, yeah, it has to be good. Like, and I have to know it's going to be good to get into it. Like, it takes so much for me to get into a book.
I just finished reading.
But I do enjoy it when I do.
The Crazy Rich Asians trilogy.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Really,
I didn't know that was a
good.
book.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I wanted to read a fiction because I kind of get stuck in the like self-help / religious text vibes kind of reading stuff. And I wanted to read just a fiction to take it easy. And I was like, well, I love the Crazy Rich Asians movie, so I'll probably like the book. Mm-hmm. And I ate it up. And we got the next 2. I don't know if they're over here. Claire's reading the 3rd one, I think, but they're killer.
Dude, Demon Copperhead.
Demon Copperhead
is really good. I don't know when it came out. I think it was in the last like 2 or 3 years. But it's about this kid who grows up in like rural Appalachia. And
That's cool.
It is so good. It's historical fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to read more like historical fiction / memoir stuff.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really delved into that much.
I think the last.
This is on my list. I hope this doesn't offend
heard
you,
that's
Blake.
amazing.
But Hillbilly Elegy.
Yeah.
He's J.D. Vance, who is now.
Was that J.D. Vance?
Yeah. He's now the vice president nominee for.
I didn't
Trump.
realize that was him. I feel
but
like
Claire said she loved this book and actually likes J.D. Vance based on his book.
I've heard that that's a good book.
Yeah.
Huh. J.D. Vance.
We'll see. I don't know anything about him, so I can't really say anything. But Claire really liked his book.
Well, apparently they're trying to. Well, we don't have to get into that.
Yeah. Blake and I disagree on a lot of things with politics, and we actually had some really awesome conversations over the weekend. Just actually trying to get to know what each other believes about stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Actually,
and that is the sign of a good friendship.
That's
a healthy friendship.
That's really where we ended it. Was that exact thought? Yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
And Steven, I don't know what Steven believes, but he's somewhere sort of in the middle of us.
Yeah.
I took a religious, political.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Compass.
Yeah, the compass test.
Yeah,
I took it this
we all
week
did that.
because Steven was like, dude, I took this and I
sent that to Steven
leaned
and Blake.
I leaned differently than I thought I did.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Does that scare you?
huh?
Does that scare you?
Me? No. Because honestly, I feel like when it comes to politics, and we talked about this a couple episodes ago, like I'm trying to care about it more. I'm so like, I don't know. I'm just so politically ignorant, even on like how the processes work within the government.
Yeah.
But also on like policies and like
It's
how
it's
ethics
so
apply.
complicated.
It's really
There's
convoluted.
so much.
But so because of that, more often than not, I just fight to see both sides, and that's where I end the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took it, and I lean more like center left. And Steve was like, "That's really interesting. Like, I didn't know I leaned that way." And I was like, honestly, I think I could have told you that's where I'm at.
That's where him and you and Cam are. And I'm like center right down a little bit towards libertarian, and then Blake was more towards the middle of the left libertarian.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the stuff that we agree on is like freedom stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff we disagree on is like how to like help people, basically.
Yeah.
Help people who are marginalized.
Yep.
That's the stuff that we disagree on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I have that. There it is.
Pretty cool. I think we just lost the audience.
Yep.
No, I think it's a good.
There you
I
go.
like. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's
right
like
there.
you and Steven and Cam are all kind of right there.
Yeah.
That website's kind of podunk. I don't know how accurate
It
that
is.
thing
it
is,
did seem
but
a lot of leading questions.
yeah,
Exactly.
a lot of
I was
that.
really
yeah.
frustrated by
Yeah.
that. I was like, freaking screw this guy.
They were
Yeah.
like, "Do you believe it's bad for children to die?" It's like, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
They didn't have any neutral. I was surprised they didn't have a neutral.
Yeah, there was one question that I just legitimately didn't even know what it was asking.
Yeah. There were a couple of
Or
those. for
maybe
me, too.
two of them.
I did have to look up some terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for that one, I think I just said like mildly disagree or
Yeah.
something. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just, whatever.
That's why Blake said that he's going to run in 2028.
Yep.
Yep.
Along with Mr. Beast.
Last person
are
to
you
take
president?
their hand off the Constitution is president.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yep.
Yeah, that could work.
I was listening to another business podcast the other day, and super famous rich business dude in the business world. And he referred to Mr. Beast as Jim. Because his name is Jimmy.
Sir Jim Beast.
And the guy who was interviewing him was like, that's how you know you're like on another level. Is if you refer to someone else, it was his stage name, but you're referring to them, but you refer to them by their actual name.
Jimmy on your podcast did that to someone like early
Really?
on, and it made me laugh so hard. I think
I don't remember
Jimmy
who
from
that
June.
was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh man, I wish I remembered. Go back and listen to that episode, folks, because it was good. First of all,
Yeah.
but there was a moment very early on where Jimmy just said some offhanded comment, and it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah. He's a
It
good
was
guy.
kind of like that.
He's a cheeky fella. He's a cheeky guy.
bloke. She's
Yeah.
a cheeky bloke. Dude,
I wonder if he
So-
went back and listened to it.
I bet he did.
yeah, hopefully.
I'm indifferent if he did, but
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I wonder.
I bet he did.
So last time I was on the pod, we talked about Love Island.
Love Island.
Welcome back to Love Island.
I got a text.
text. Yeah, so Love Island.
Yep.
And so Ella and I started that. I think we were 3 episodes in, okay? And then we went over to Maddie and Mitch's house for dinner. We were explaining how we've gotten into Love Island. We think it's really funny, more so because of vernacular, how people talk.
Vernacular.
Yeah. And they said, drop Love Island. You must watch this show called The Traitor.
The
Have
Traitor.
you
Oh,
heard
I've
about
never
this?
actually heard of that.
No.
I thought you were
It's
going
on-
to say Too Hot to Handle, which is my fave.
Yeah. Where they are just like, don't be sexy.
Yeah,
Stop
dude.
it.
They're all so hot and so stupid.
They're super dumb. Anyways.
The Traitor?
The Traitor.
So it's on Peacock.
Ooh, do they betray each other?
Dude, it's basically Mafia, but a real game. And there's a US version, there's a UK version. The UK version is fantastic.
Dude,
And
are they all Chavas?
Yeah, bunch of blokes. But man, it's actually
Trader or traders?
the traders, I'm guessing. It looks super. Yeah, that's the one.
It kind of looks
Wait,
like
wait.
Knives Out.
Yeah.
No, go to Trader. No, yeah, it's the Trader, I believe. But it's reality TV, and it is rich stuff. It's trash TV,
Dude.
but bro, it's like you have an audience. All these different people, a lot of them are gonna lie to you and say like, "Oh, I'm just a school teacher," and it's like, "No, but you're an actress as well." So we know that you know
Like
how to act.
around the table.
Yes, that's
that
the
thing.
one.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
one. And you then like you do challenges with everyone to if you complete the challenge, you earn more money in the pot for then whoever is the last one standing wins. But within this group of probably 20, there are 3 traders.
Ooh.
And
I would go.
I
would win.
I feel like you would be really good at this.
I
game.
love these games.
And so then
have you played Secret Hitler with us?
Yeah. Well,
Dude.
not with y'all, but I
so
played it.
literally it's Secret Hitler, but reality TV version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Love
you come
that.
together at night, and you can then vote someone off. And as you like, everyone votes. They then stand in front, or like, I'm a traitor, or the others are called faithfuls. So it's faithful or traitor.
Okay.
And then once everyone goes to bed, the traitors then come back, and then they pick who they're going to murder that night. And then
Sick.
the next morning, you wait to see who comes in. Guys, it's got a grip
That
hold
sounds
on me.
really
Like to the point where Ella and I were watching
What's
it
it on?
together. Peacock. Dude. We were watching it together with her
I think I have
roommates.
Peacock.
I think I just got a free trial.
Oh, there you go.
I hope
But-
I'm not paying for it right now because I haven't watched anything on it yet.
Yeah.
We were watching it with her roommates, and then all watching it together. And then one night they're like, "Hey, Cole, we watched 2 episodes without you. We'll catch you." And I'm like, I'm not that guy that's gonna sit here and be like, "Screw you," because I'm not gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But they did update me, and it's just every episode there's
Drama.
like crazy twists.
Oh,
It's awesome.
I'm in.
It's really, really good.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
We've been watching a lot of serious shows. We're watching House of Cards.
House of Cards is good.
And then we're gonna start the new season of The Bear once we finish this season of House of Cards.
That's on my list.
Can
and
I
then
ask you a
before that, we
question?
did Bridgerton.
Yeah.
How many flashlights do you have on you right now?
On me?
Yeah.
On my person.
Yep.
Does that include my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Then 1.
Okay.
Why do you ask? How many flashlights do you have on you right
I
now?
was just so wanting you to ask me that.
I
I'm not even gonna answer because
Is it on? Is it on?
I just
It's on your keychain.
Did you
It's
want to
for
flex?
sure on your keychain.
Did you want to flex your flashlight game, Blake?
that is what it sounded like. I have
Blake,
been asking
Blake.
people because I want to know how many people carry flashlights.
Blake, walk us through your EDC
Okay, since you asked.
and tell us what EDC means.
EDC means everyday carry. I'll start with my keys. So 1, I have keys. But on my keys, I have 1 flashlight.
You have kind of a lot of things on your keychain.
Golly,
I have a
yeah.
lot of keys. That was my beard.
Oh.
I have this flashlight. So that's cool.
Uh-huh.
I have a bottle opener, because obviously. And I have a titanium pry bar,
Whoa.
which is nice. And it acts as a screwdriver also. And then I have a
Sick.
bunch of keys. So that's my keys. And then I have in my left pocket. Whoa. It might have fallen out somewhere.
Oh, brother.
Oh.
I think it's in your right. I think I saw it earlier.
No, it was pepper spray.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, well.
Somewhere.
Stuff sometimes gets eaten by the couch.
Yeah. Anyway, pepper spray because I live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Shout out. And then normally in my wallet pocket, I have a notebook and a rag for wiping things down.
Oh, yeah.
In case,
Just a little hanky.
just in case. But I don't have that right now because packing light. But then in my right pocket, I have a flashlight and knife.
Yeah.
And usually I also have a pin. But
Yeah.
I don't have a pin on me.
So you're running kind of low today.
I am running light.
Running thin.
Summer is you got to carry light in the summer. That's what I've learned.
So
In the
Um,
winter, you won't catch me dead without all that.
Do you use everything regularly?
Here's the thing, dude. Yes,
I figured.
this flashlight is the most, besides my phone, the most used item that I own.
Wow.
How
I use
so?
it. I use it all the time, and part of it is my job.
That's true.
I work in the dark a lot.
Yeah.
And have
Batman and all.
to see buttons and things. But even just, was that her?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pickle's back there. She's got a toy.
Oh, it's a toy. A flashlight's so useful, and like even the small one on the keychain is brighter than the phone light, and you can. This one has a hat clip, so it goes one end into your belt or not belt pocket, and then the other end you can stick it to your hat bill.
Cool.
So
Nice.
try that, and then it's a headlamp instantly, and it's awesome. I'm a big nerd about EDC stuff.
Holy.
Yeah, that one's so bright.
That's sick.
That's kind of sick.
But that's also kind of like if someone's coming up on you, you just they're not coming up on you anymore. Shout out to Atlanta.
And then you shank
Shout
them.
out to Atlanta.
You shank them with your knife afterwards.
Yeah. So I'm not an advocate of violence, but I will blind an MF.
I know, I'll flash a guy. I'm a big flasher.
Sometimes you just gotta scare the violence out of them,
That's right.
and you just got a little,
Yeah. So anyway, I have been asking people that I don't hang around normally if they carry a flashlight because I find it interesting because it's
That is
useful.
interesting.
It's useful.
I kind of got into EDC stuff for like 5 minutes in college, and I would carry a little field notebook and a pen and a knife.
And you said you carried your Glock too.
Yeah, and I had
you had your
17
Glock.
guns that I had on my person at all times. I had my Tech 9, my Glock, my 22 rifle.
You had a rifle.
Pickle is having a
Just
heyday.
knocking stuff over. Yeah, anyway. But I kind of got tired of having stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big, like, I don't know if I have some type of OCD or something that I'm unaware of at this point, but whenever I'm about to go into a situation where I know I need to focus, every single time I take phone, keys, wallet, and set it on a table and like, and often, sometimes I'll take my watch off. I don't know why. And I will set it and like straighten it just a little. I don't think
It's like when you take off all your clothes to take a mega poop.
exactly.
Blake, you don't wear a watch.
I used to, but I don't anymore because of the tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm worried about fading. I'll probably wear one again eventually, but not all the time.
I was just thinking that feels like an EDC thing.
It is, but
I feel naked without a watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did
same.
for a while, but yeah, I do like having a watch on, but my tats are more important to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
But
been.
yeah, I don't do a lot of work in the dark, so I don't need a flashlight.
Yeah, it's useful though. That's been Blake CDC.
Yeah, I turn around and I do the opposite. I hate carrying things around.
Really?
And I will like not take my wallet with me sometimes. Like I have my license, but I don't take my wallet with me, and I just use Apple Pay.
If I could remove, I was gonna say if I could remove one thing that I had to carry every single day, I was gonna say wallet, but it would actually be my keys. I hate keys.
I hate keys too. So I have my car key, my house key, my parents' house key, and then I have my YMCA tag.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I wish it was less.
I still carry a tiny wallet just because some places like you get ID'd. That's annoying. Some places still don't have Apple Pay, which is insane.
Yeah, insane. Walmart.
Home Depot.
Guys, Walmart.
Home Depot.
Freaking does not have tap pay.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? It's freaking Walmart.
That's actually crazy.
That drives me up a wall because I'll go into Walmart because I'm running like work errands or whatever, and then I have Shane's card so I can buy toilet paper for the office.
I wonder why.
And then I don't bring my wallet in because I don't ever bring my wallet anywhere because everywhere has tap pay, and Walmart is like the biggest company in the universe except for freaking Amazon or whatever. I have to return stuff like every time I forget because why the heck would Walmart not have tap pay?
That's insane.
It drives me mad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the one in Fultondale, but I don't know. It drives me mad.
Yeah. Home Depot still doesn't have it either.
That's dumb.
It's wild.
What's wrong? Walmart, Home Depot.
Welcome to What's Wrong.
Do better.
I'm trying to make it into a WOM acronym. What obvious mistakes?
Yeah, what obvious mistakes
What obvious mistakes?
these companies make?
Well, we've been going for like an hour and a half now. Do you wanna
That's a sode.
wrap?
Tis a sode.
Thanks for hanging out.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever hosted without Steven.
This is, I've had a blast.
It was so much better without him.
Yeah, I've had a blast. And it was...
Just kidding, Steven, we miss you.
It was nice to be in your home. I like what you've done with the
thanks.
place.
Welcome
it was great
to my
to
home.
meet Pickle for the first time. And thanks for having me in Bjormingham.
Bjorn. WOM. Welcome, WOM. I guess I should play some outro music, too. That's another thing Steven always does. That's what we should play out. Steven usually does like a nice little fade in and keeps talking to us.
Well, guys,
it's
been a good one today.
It's been a wonderful day.
It's been a wonderful day here in Warmingham.
Close your eyes, even if you're driving. Picture this. You just worked a long shift for free at a cafe in Dayton, Kentucky. You're riding around with your buds, whipping out the BBL Drizzy.
Going to a candy store.
You're going to a candy store. You're gonna order a peanut butter shake, or you're gonna get some salt taffies because you're allergic to dairy.
Or peanuts.
It's been fun, guys.
Thanks
Myres.
Bye, audience.
It's a pleasure to have me.
Drizzy, what happened? Went from grassy to madness, went from real to
This is the secret segment. I did the same thing that Steven does, where he clicks all the buttons and then finally lands on the one that's supposed to be the secret segment.
My ears hurt.
We listened to... I don't know where BBL Drizzy came from.
It came from the Drake and Kendrick beef.
Well,
Yeah.
I know that, but I don't know why we got obsessed with it on the road trip.
Because I sang it all day.
Yeah.
On the Cafe Elliott day.
And
Because it was stuck in my head.
And yeah, Blake threatened violence if we didn't listen to it.
I think
afterwards.
I threatened violence against my own life.
You
didn't listen to it on the way to the
threatened violence
burrito
against
shop.
yourself if we did not listen to it on the way to the burrito shop. Blake, I wanted to ask you, have you ever worked in a cafe?
Yes.
Okay,
Actually.
what did you do? Because I couldn't remember if you had been a barista or not.
I worked at Bandit for 2 months.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yes.
And this was before they reopened, way back. I mean, this is the reason I stopped is Will became a parent.
Yeah.
I was about to be trained on bar.
Uh-huh.
I pretty much only washed dishes and ran drinks and food. So what I did at Elliott.
Yeah.
Which like I actually loved. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
When they started putting me on the cash register, that's when I was like, this place sucks. Just because well, actually, I didn't really prefer it. It's easy. Like, it's not hard. But the owner, I won't name him, trained me on my first day of doing that. And he was so freaking mean. And I hated him. And then right before they actually closed for COVID, I decided to quit anyway because they had fired so many people. Yeah. Anyway, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Shout out Kristen and Victor, you're assholes. And
you won't name them, but that's their names.
Yeah, I quit after like 2 months, and then they closed for COVID. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
But no, I have never actually been a barista.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I was like, most of our friends have been baristas to some extent.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember if you had done something or not.
Yeah, I just love coffee.
Yeah.
And do that, but yeah, I was really bummed. I really wanted to be trained.
Yeah.
On bar.
There was one moment when it had died down, and I was making a shot of espresso for Alan, the bald guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
Super cool guy.
Cool guy.
He works in insurance. So I talked to insurance shop with this guy. It was crazy.
He seemed like he would not. Which so do you, to be fair. So
yeah, he doesn't do. I do like the customer facing side stuff. He does like the restoration side whenever a claim happens. But anyway, I pulled a shot of espresso and I was walking it out to him, and Elijah stopped me and he was like, "How long did that pull for?" And I genuinely wasn't exactly sure, and I thought I remembered seeing like 32 seconds or something, and I told him that, and I think they're supposed to pull at like 26 or 28. And he was like, no, let's go back and redo that. And then I just felt bad because I wasn't really ever trained that well on espresso. All of it I learned from James Hoffman or Whit.
Yeah.
And Whit did a good job training me, but anyway.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit bad, and I felt like my my working at a super mid coffee shop experience showed a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, it's not your fault.
No, it's not.
Dude, I had such high aspirations of being a barista when I worked at Frothy.
Yeah.
Because they falsely advertised that they paid $23 an hour. What they didn't tell you is that was an average pay based on the whole day's worth of tips.
Yeah.
So truthfully, they literally made like signs like 22 an hour.
Yeah.
That's bad business.
Bad business. And
don't lie to people.
And
Do
then
not
I came
lie.
in and they were like really excited for my perception to teach me how to be a barista. And I did dishes and ran drinks for 6 months. And it was by far the worst job I've ever had. And I was hated for being a white Christian male.
Yeah.
And that was like the worst thing you could be in this environment. And but what was fun is at that time you were working at Rev.
Yeah.
Or like finishing up your time at Rev.
Yeah.
And I would be able to, because like pulling espresso is not hard.
No.
Now, being as good as Elijah is, dialing in and knowing all those.
Yeah, it was the dialing in thing.
Yeah.
I was never trained really to dial in, and Whit
Yeah.
helped me some, but only so much.
Yeah.
And that was my weakness. Is I don't have the tongue for it.
Thankfully though, I got tons of reps.
Don't have the tongue for it.
I got tons of reps learning how to froth milk fairly well.
Yeah,
And
which
so-
is also like
Yeah.
that's probably the hardest thing to learn, I think,
Yeah.
other than developing a taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the only plus side, is when it was slow, I would just get back and be like, all right, teach me.
Yeah.
And then I quit before they could. Well, they could. It was 6 months of me working there, and they said I wouldn't do it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Birmingham coffee.
I feel like I should have come up with a question for the secret segment that's like stupid, but I got nothing.
I like that one.
Anything you want to talk about? Anything else? Any other final tangents? We miss
No, I
anything?
should have saved my EDC for the secret segment because that was a stupid question.
Yeah, that's okay. I asked it, so it's okay.
I don't know why I did that. I was in the bathroom and I was like, I'm going to ask Cole if he has a flashlight.
It's okay. It's a good. I like asking questions that are dumb and require the other person to ask you in return because you really just want to talk about something.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I also think it's funny.
One, I got a taste of what it's like to interact with me today. Sam, your brother, was in June, and he was wearing a gray t-shirt with black shorts, and he told me, nice outfit. I was like, oh, thanks. I don't really know about these shoes. Sometimes I think they're cool. Sometimes I don't. Like, I just started talking about my outfit, and I didn't realize. And he didn't correct me either. I didn't realize until we were leaving, hanging out several hours later. I was like, you said that thing to me in June about my outfit, and you said that because we were wearing the same thing. And he was like, yeah, but it's okay. And I realized that's probably what it's like to interact with me, because I say stuff like that to make people like think or
realize,
get tripped up, and then sometimes they don't, and then I just move on. Anyway, that was funny.
I love it. Love it.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thanks, Myres.
Yep.